Coach, as you sit here with less than a month to go in the regular season, what would be your measurement of how close this team is, as it's been playing over the last few weeks, to where you feel it needs to be really competitive in the postseason?
We're still coming. We had a great November, great December. Just came out of the gates after Christmas real hot, and then have stumbled a little bit. But our last two, a shootout loss, a shootout win. So we're on track. It's a huge weekend for us right now, but we just need to continue to build the team game. We are healthy, almost. We lost a guy this week, but and it's a work in progress. And the thing for us is to remove the destination from our mind and just think about the journey and the process.
Now that the roster's been very much solidified and you're starting to find some chemistry with some of these forward lines, how much has it helped this team kind of come together? And have you noticed a bit more of a togetherness of this team as we've gone over the last few weeks?
I think our room has been, to me, the room's the most important place. It was the place we wanted to sort out early in the year, and we wanted to move guys who maybe didn't quite fit in as well, or maybe didn't have the team agenda at hand at least the majority of the time. So I believe we've always had a good room and a good environment, a good team. I have moved the lines around a lot. Really, there's only the one line that's been most consistent over the last few weeks as well. And then, of course, with a player like Trent Lofthouse out of the lineup, we've played around with some things on the right side, centerman as well. But I like our combinations now. I like Vanderland in the middle now with Welahoka playing the middle. We moved Burzan to the middle. And Durkee, it's an area to me that has to be real strong going into the playoffs. And as you mentioned, we've got a short period of time here to get ready. So we really want to hone that position, make sure it's sharp, and then from there we'll build outwards.
As much as we talk a lot about the forwards, how have you evaluated Zach Fortin as your goaltender over the last few weeks, especially now that he's in a clear number one role and he's had a lot of playing time so far this year? Are there ways in which you are perhaps more confident in him now as compared to in September based on some of the work and development he's had so far?
We knew he'd get better. I had full confidence in Mike Brodeur and what he brings to our organization and how he... the journey he takes in terms of building trust with his goaltenders. I like both our guys, but Zach's been here from the very beginning. We knew he would get better. He's been Player of the Week honors throughout the league, so he's been, I guess, recognized by his peers within the league as well. So as we head down the stretch, the thing is to manage his emotions, his time, his play time, so that he starts to peak here as we get close to the end of February. And actually, we spent some time talking about that as coaches earlier in the week.
And what about on the defensive side? I mean, the defense really anchored by a lot of the veterans you have here and guys like Brett McNeil, Will Tomchuk, Zach Wittenberg. And as much as the theme of the season up to this point had been giving up an awful lot of shots, there's no question they've come down. You've outshot your opponent in the last couple of games. Is the defense starting to get to the level you need it to be at too?
Well, those three guys are huge. You need your veteran guys to be your leaders. So it starts... I talked about building a team. It starts with defense and, of course, the centermen. But those guys they're going to anchor the most ice. They've got to be good without the puck. They've got to be communicating. They've got to lead by example. And they've got to be the workhorses as we get closer to the postseason. So, again, it's been a work in progress. There's 8. So, we really have to try to make sure we accommodate everybody's playing time so that we're all sharp because of the things we can't control, be it injuries, suspensions, those kind of things. So we want to make sure everybody's sharp. But again, as you mentioned, those three are the big three.
And going forward, what are the biggest elements you're going to be looking for as far as habits you want to see from this team late in the regular season that'll translate into postseason success? Are there things in your earlier coaching career, in the teams you've had that have gone deep in postseason, where you've said this is what sets them apart, and if this Oil Barons team can do that, they could have similar success? Well,
It's about resiliency right now. Especially you get into a series, you're going to be sore. You've got to play in tough areas. You've got to get back up. You might get knocked down 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's the 6th time that gives you that chance to block a shot or to score that goal or whatever we need you to do. And it's team first has been in our locker room since day one. All in has been in our locker room from day one. Resiliency is not a word we use directly, but there's a synonym of that we're not going to reveal yet in terms of what our postseason run's going to be all about. But it is going to be that ability as a team and as a group to come back together, go back on the ice, and do whatever needs to be done.
I appreciate the time, Coach. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you very much.